Well, welcome back, everybody. Sorry I'm not there to be with you today. This isn't exactly how I wanted to start the second semester, but obviously I'm stuck at home, kind of recovering and doing okay, but definitely not well enough to be at school. So I made this little video to help you and also to help Mr. McAllister, the sub this week, kind of understand what's going to be happening. It was a difficult time for me to put much together, and so I've really relied on some things that I had already created last year because I thought it fit pretty well with the situation that we have here. Um, but I do need to explain to those of you, that are used to working one way in my class that it's going to be a little different. So this video is just to describe how you're going to work this week as best as I can tell. It kind of depends on how things go. I'm hoping you all can do okay without me there. But some of the important things I've outlined here on the screen. So, one of the biggest differences is that you're used to me kind of driving everything at your pace. So, when you're ready to move on, you just move on. That's not really feasible when I'm not there. So, everyone will be doing the same assignment each day. Some of you are going to get done a little quicker than others. Some of you may find that you have to finish up at home, but it's not going to be an overwhelming amount because I don't want to overwhelm anybody, particularly for new students. I'm supposed to have a new student in class today. So if you're here, 7-8 period, sorry I can't be there to meet you, but we'll connect next week. And hopefully your classmates around you, you might know some of them and they can help you figure out what you need to know to be able to work in my room. So that's bullet point number one. Number two, you are going to be taking notes, but I don't have a packet for you. So you're going to be taking notes, and it won't be a lot, but you'll be doing it on your own paper, and you will be turning it in. So I need you to have them. We're not going to turn it in as you do it, though. I don't want you turning anything in to our guest teacher. That's just a lot, and I'm not really able to do anything with it anyway. So when I get back, you'll turn everything in from this week's notes. Um, some of the material, because of what I thought would be good to do right now when I'm not there, a little bit might be review. The focus this week is mostly on some more measurement things. So we did some measurement things in the first semester, things like reading a graduated cylinder and using a balance, using those things together to do some density calculations. And we're going to do some things that are related to some of those. So if it's some of it seems like a repeat, that's okay. It's probably good to have a little review anyway, right? Um, the other thing is you're going to be submitting everything via Google Classroom. So you'll see assignments populate each day, and that's your work for that day. It'll be very, very clearly labeled what gets assigned for each day. Like today's assignment will say for Monday, January 3rd. There's a little video that goes with each one. So rather than one big notes video and then a bunch of things after it, each assignment has a little video that goes with it. It's usually very short. That's what you're going to be taking notes from. So you watch the notes video, take your notes, and then you use them while you do the questions on the Google form. Okay. Um, Again, not meant to be really lengthy, and not meant to be super challenging, but also not just super easy either. So tried to find the right balance, but I have a huge difference in the students in my room, so it's hard to hit everybody right where they need to be. Okay. Sorry, we're only doing this for a week. Sorry if some of you feel a little bit like it's too much, or some of you like it's too easy. Trying to hit the middle as best I can and keep it manageable. And okay, so I think the last thing is you've been used to being able to submit things more than once, which is fine because I'd like for you to feel like you can make a mistake or something and not, ruin your grade or whatever. But you will be getting points for the assignments that you do each day, but you can't just randomly guess things and get completion points. They're going to be graded for correctness. So if you need to do an assignment over again, you can do that, but you will not get the max number of points. So if you ace it the first time, that's great. You'll get 10 points. But if you ace it the second time, you're going to just get 9 points when I put it into PowerSchool. Okay. So what I ran into last year was people just kind of rolling the dice and guessing different things, and then they'd submit it like 10 times. And by the 10th time, they would have figured out enough things that they aced it. And I don't want you to kind of game the system that way. So you can take your time, you can use your notes. If Mr. McAllister feels comfortable helping you with a question, I know that he's anxious to be helpful and not just watching you work. So so use him as best you can to get a little help if you need it. So so we'll probably try to be in the same mode of working each day. I think it's just easier that way. And again, I'm sorry it's not the most exciting. There's not labs and hands-on and things like that. So this is not at all what I prefer to do. It's just the situation that I'm in. I cannot create new things. I cannot come into school to drop things off and create labs. It's just not feasible. So we're going to do the best we can do for this week, and we just have to kind of deal with it. And maybe by next Monday, we're kind of starting back on a more normal mode. Okay. So please be wonderful while I'm out. It's great that I could find somebody that was willing to come in for a week. That's not easy to do. So I want you to be on your absolute best behavior. I want everybody in his or her regular assigned seat. I have seating charts that I know some of you, I give you the option sometimes of moving different places. I think when we have a guest teacher in the room, everybody kind of needs to be where you're typically assigned. So again, sorry for the lack of flexibility, but that's just an important thing for keeping things manageable for the guest teacher. Okay. So, all right, I think that's everything. Do your best, and if I need to relay anything more, I'll be sending more instructional videos like this based on the feedback that I get from the guest teacher at the end of the day. Okay. All right. Thanks very much. Have a good day.